viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing another Dota 2 game and let me set everything to where it's supposed to. There you go. We are following around Outworld Devourer. His name has been changed a couple of times. He used to be called Outworld Destroyer and he has had another name as well, but it's always OD. So yeah, they're trying to keep that, well, the same. And as you can see, we are mid lane, we are an intelligence hero, and well, we're farming quite well. Currently 6 last hits. We saw most of them because obviously we just started, even though it looked like, well, we were in the middle of the game. Actually we just started. Currently the highest last hits, and as you can see 0-0 on everything else. Yeah, I'll discuss the skills first and then, well, the rest. We're up against Punch, by the way, so we need to watch out a little bit for when he's trying to grab stuff. And it seems that he is going to get a successful grab of over here. But yeah, well, that is none of our concern. Well, we can't really do anything about it. That is the main problem. Anyhow, the first arcane orb is an orb that is arcane. Now it's an orb that you shoot out. It deals damage and it also adds damage to your basic attack or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, you'll see it when it there it is. That's what it does, or that's what it is. It's a unique attack modifier. It's very useful. It is pure damage, as it's called here, which is basically unaffected by armor or magic resist. So yeah, true damage. But it's called real damage here, I believe. I can't find it. Pure damage, that's what it was called. Pure damage. Anyhow, the Astral Imprisonment is exactly what it says. It's a prison. It is, you cast it on a hero and you basically, there it is. You basically, well, lose that hero. Well, you take him off the playing field, he becomes invulnerable, and well, it lasts for only very short in the beginning, 1 second. It will go up to 4 seconds, which is when it becomes actually useful. But yeah, at 1 second it doesn't really do a whole lot, but the hero becomes invulnerable. You can also cast it on yourself. He becomes invulnerable, untargetable, and also cannot do anything, so he's disabled. Basically, it's a stun. It allows your team, of course, to come near him or you to run out. Like in this situation, if he had a 4 second imprisonment here, he would have easily gotten out, but he did not. So yeah, anyhow, you steal a little bit of intelligence. Yeah, 4 to 10, so it's not a big deal. It means that your ultimate is going to do a little more damage, but we'll get to that. It also means that you can actually, well, you can steal it up to 5 times because it lasts for 60 seconds, the steal, and you get your prison back every, well, 12 seconds at the highest level, which means that you can do it 5 times if you use your prison every time it comes up, and that of course is not normally the case. I mean, normally you can't really do that, but it is nice to know that you can actually do that, because it would steal up to 50. I thought that was us, but you can get up to 50 intelligence from it, assuming that your enemy does have 50 intelligence. There you go, getting the prison off, and they're not going to catch him. Okay. What was that then? Was that an invisible someone? I don't know who it was, so... Ah well. I think it was this guy. The Clinks, and Clinks is indeed invisible. Yep, so wow. Not getting caught by that apparently. Holy crap. Yeah, that didn't really get fooled by the invisibility there. That was pretty aggressive. But yeah, it did work out. Oh, they do have a ward over here, so maybe that's it. Maybe that's just why they saw that. I don't know. Let's see. Is that actually? Yeah, it is a well, one with the blue eye. So that's a sentry ward, which does allow you to see invisible units. That explains. Man, you went so aggressive on someone who's supposed to be invisible. But anyhow, the Essence Aura. Essence Aura is a passive that allows you to, well, it's a passive aura. That allows you to, nice, gets out of that easily. It allows you to get back 25% of your mana pool just by casting a spell. But it has a chance of doing that, so it can do it like 2-3 times in a row, but it can also just fail 15 times in a row. And yeah, all in all, you just have to be a little bit lucky. And obviously the higher levels do get you a higher chance of getting that 25% back. But it also goes for allied champions, heroes. As you can see, it goes up to 40%. Well, currently it is at 40%. Plus it adds mana to the Outworld Devourer's mana pool. So that's useful as well, because it adds to the 25%. Also, getting extra mana is just very good because, well, you're kind of spell dependent. Then finally the ultimate. It is quite difficult, as you can see from the amount of things it does. It is an AoE spell that does damage to enemy heroes. It does damage to enemy heroes based on the difference in intelligence. So currently we are at about 60. And if we cast the ultimate on like Pudge, who has maybe 12, I don't know. Let's say he has 20 intelligence. That would make a difference of about 40. So if you then look at this, it has an intelligence multiplier or difference multiplier of 8. So that would mean what did I say? 40? Okay, 40 times 8 is 320 damage. So yeah, it becomes pretty significant damage if you use it against well, a whole team of non-intelligence heroes. Obviously, that's not always the case, but it can be the case, and it is kind of useful to use it like that. Yeah, it is a pretty big AoE. You can increase the AoE by buying Aghanim Scepter, which also adds to your intelligence, so that helps. But yeah, you can also get the multiplier up with the Aghanim Scepter, and then, well, you have a intelligence threshold. If people don't comply to that, so if people don't have, in this case, 10 difference in intelligence, they will lose 75% of their current mana, which also might be a way to use it. So if you're trying to outlane someone, and that person has no sustain, is basically dependent on just the mana pool they have and do not have like a bottle or anything like that, then yeah, you have the ability now to drain 75% of that mana pool, making them kind of useless in lane. And well, sometimes it works, I guess, but yeah, mostly you want to use this for the damage, obviously. But yeah, well, all in all, it's a large amount of things you can do with it, and it seems to be a very good spell, because, well, if you get your intelligence high enough, it is going to be a large amount of damage, because the maximum multiplier is 10. Well, with the scepter it's 11, but assuming without the scepter you have 10, imagine you have 100 intelligence, so that would do 1000 damage AoE to any non-intelligence heroes. So yeah, that would be a very good thing to have, I guess. Obviously, we're not there yet, and we are going to just roam a bit. So currently we have power threats set to intelligence, just for the extra mana regen and mana itself. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything else than just that. But you can of course set them to strength or something like that to make use of that death bonus. So you actually get a little bit more HP, a little bit more health regen, things like that. And we are going to attempt to take out this big camp. Yeah, he stacked it first, but I don't think he can actually take it out with a simple spell here. Which would be the nice way to take it out, but he is going to take it out one at a time apparently. And enemy hero coming in, and he is so dead. Yeah, that was kind of easy. Kind of a fail there. Yeah, not a whole lot we can say about that. He went way too low to a minion camp, and I really don't understand why. Because, yeah, why would you do that? I mean, he could still farm in mid, and he actually stacked that camp knowing that he wouldn't be able to take it out. But yeah, he did it anyway. So anyhow, it seems that, yeah, he just made a mistake there. I don't know what level this is. I had to go quite a few pages. Normally it's, no, normally it is stacked by level. I had to go quite a few pages for a game that actually, well, was just starting, because most of the game were already like 20 minutes in. And yeah, I don't want to have a game that's 20 minutes in. I want to have a game that's in pre-game, because by the time it loads, it will be in the game for about 30 seconds. And yes, it takes a little while, but yeah, imagine if you missed the first 20 minutes of a game. That wouldn't be good at all. Anyhow, currently just sitting in mid lane, just picking up some minions. And apparently, yeah, there you can see the secondary effect, by the way. The Q here, the arcane orb, actually does additional damage to illusions. And you can see there, you can easily distinguish between illusions and normal heroes. Because, yeah, well, illusions die in almost one shot, just over one shot. And that is, of course, insane if that would be with heroes. But, yeah, well, you imagine that. They would get an attack multiplier that actually did that much damage to heroes. That would be awesome. For free, that is. I mean, it's just a few skill points. It seems that this guy is taking some damage, Mr. Windkeeper. And yeah, just putting him out of his misery for a few seconds. Obviously, we currently have 2 seconds of prison, and yeah, that becomes quite significant. So the extra damage you get from your Q is pretty useful early on. But apparently we're not going to level that up fully. Yeah, of course the most useful spell is the one where you get back your mana pool for doing nothing, basically casting your spells. And yeah, since your Q is also a spell that actually costs mana, because it costs mana to use it, but you have a 40% chance of actually getting 25% of your mana back. So basically you use 100 mana to get 250 mana back. And it triggers about once every 2 or 3 times, 2.5 times I guess. So you would get exactly the mana back for your Q that you lost, assuming that you have a big enough mana pool to, well, wait out the chances. Because you have to get lucky sometimes, well, you have to get lucky to actually trigger at the right moment. But if you have a large enough mana pool, it doesn't really matter, because on average it gives you back the same amount as you lost. It also means that you don't really get, well, with 1,000 mana pool, that is. But it also means that you don't really get anything else out of that. But by the time you have a bigger mana pool, assuming this mana cost stays the same, yeah, it does stay the same. So yeah, assuming that you do have a larger mana pool than 1,000 mana, however, you do get mana out of it. So if you have 2,000 mana, you actually get 500 mana while you invest on average 250, and that means that you're going to get back mana for it, making your other spells free as well. Although your other spells can trigger it as well. So, and here we go. We do find an enemy hero here in the jungle, but nobody is going to land anything, it seems. Only a few basic attacks here landing, and a nice pull there by Pudge, actually getting him out of range. Oh, and they're not going to land the kill. Very nicely done, and another grab there by Pudge. And Phantom Assassin gets a kill because of that. Holy crap. Yeah, just yeah, crazy plays there. Very nicely done by Pudge, especially. He first of all landed the allied champion hook, and then he landed an enemy champion hook. Sorry, hero. I know. It's hero. I know that. Yeah, it's just that I call everyone champion, so. Anyhow. We're going to take out this small camp here, get a bit of gold, and here is Pudge. Pudge is all alone though. Pudge could have actually gotten a kill there, but well, he could have gotten killed as well, because well, we had 2 guys there. Now we have 3 guys here, and we're going to find him. Here we go, gather around, stealing the 10 intelligence, and then using the ultimate. The ultimate is the light blue mist kind of thingy. I don't know how to describe it otherwise. It looks kind of like mist. I'm not sure what it's supposed to look like, or what it's supposed to be. But yeah, that's what it looks like, so that's what it is. So yeah, all in all, because of that mana steal thingy, or mana revive thingy, you can actually get your mana back for your Q, so you can keep it on permanently, because it doesn't really cost you mana. And oh, getting killed here. That was a great engage by the enemies, of course. He took a lot of damage there straight off. And then, yeah, they do clean it up, however. But, oh, Pudge, not done yet. He's saying, well, I want to have another kill here. And Centaur Warrunner is the only one that's still standing on our team. It seems that... Or, well, during that fight, it seems that Pudge is doing really well. Let's have a look at how everyone's doing. Oh, that was not what I intended to do. How do I get this back? Okay, whatever. There you go. Escape. Apparently, clicking the button again doesn't help. Yeah, we have 8 and 2 on the Pudge. That is quite good. And we have 4 and 1 here on the Centaur Warrunner. Yeah, pretty much nobody is really doing well. We're currently 0 and 3, but it's not about us currently. Well, it is about showing you how Outworld Devourer plays, and well, what he looks like. So it's basically, yeah, you can say kind of a introduction to. And by the time I'm done with most of the heroes, we will kind of start to look at more high quality replays. Replays where people actually do very well with their hero. And as you can see, we are getting chased a little bit by Axe, so not a really big deal. Axe does some damage, but yeah, shouldn't really be able to get kills. He did almost get a kill there because, well, the Devourer obviously is very weak HP wise, but very strong spell wise. So yeah, there's that. I mean, it is kind of a trait that you normally make with champions and heroes.